No, none of Broly is not canon. Broly's Second Coming is not canon. BoJack's not canon. None of them are canon.
I was gonna say, if you mention freaking Broly the Third, we're gonna fight.
No.
That movie
Broly
was so
did
horrible.
not exist.
That movie is removed from all
Weird.
memory banks.
Weird. It was weird.
That movie's buried under E.T.
Yes, and Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah.
Well, Galaga wasn't. Speaking of which, what the heck? I once heard rumors that it was getting a movie, and I was like, meh. Tetris will get a movie before that. Fast forward to today. Shit. Anyway.
Hey, if they gave Battleship a movie,
why not Tetris?
Oh God, don't no.
No
Tetris, no Tetris, please.
It is real. There is a real Tetris movie in development.
Yeah, I know there is. I just don't understand why. And I have heard that there are talks, and actually I've heard that it's in post, a Monopoly movie.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
That's like, oh well, yeah, Clue actually did kind of get a movie in the 80s, but that's another story.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. I actually watched that once, and that was okay. That wasn't like Battleship, where it made no sense because aliens. And Rihanna. Rihanna is not an actor. Anyway, enough ranting. Pretty much.
She's not even a good rapper.
I mean,
Monopoly is in development.
That's great. That's just great. Is it gonna be the typical rich man or rags to riches?
I don't know. I'm looking at the IMDb of it. It says Monopoly. It says no, because this project is categorized as in development. The data is only available in IMDb Pro and is subject to change.
Of course, they want to make you pay. But anyway.
Yep.
Speaking of movies in development limbo, whatever happened to that Death Note live action? Not the Japanese one. The one reportedly in development by Warner Brothers.
I hadn't heard about that.
I mean, I heard on IGN a rumor that there's a new director, so that would mean it's still in production and still trying to get happening. I mean, the last I had heard before that report, like a month ago, I heard that it was going to fail because they were going to take L out completely. And he's one of the most central characters to the whole entire plot, or at least the first half. Another thing I want, make it end after the first half, the movie. Just don't even go into the second half. The second half was shit. Yeah, that's when a Death Note should have ended, at the end of the first half. Anyway, back to Battle of Gods. I want to talk about it because it was such a good movie. It's one of the few anime anything that I preferred dub over sub of all things. The Christopher Sabat, Sean Schemmel, and everybody did an excellent job. They may be getting old, but they have not lost their talent whatsoever. Chris Sabat, yeah. At the beginning, it sounded like Vegeta his voice had changed. But that was because the voice actors are getting older. As the movie went on, it sounded normal. I will say one new villain is voiced by Jason Douglas.
That's the one that resembles Anubis, correct?
Yeah, Beerus. His name is not a pun on beer, by the way. It's a pun on virus, because the Japanese pronunciation is Beerus, and there's no V sound in Japanese.
Yeah.
And the reason people were thinking it was a pun on beer because Whis, the other figure, I'm not going to say villain because I can't. I'll leave it at that. His name is a pun on wine. So that's why everyone jumped to the conclusion Beerus, or Bills, as it was before the English dub, was going to be a pun on beer, because beer and wine. And everyone knows that Toriyama loves his food puns. But no, he went with virus for this one. So.
Alright guys, I'm going to switch the topic back just for a moment to the Monopoly movie that I was telling you about.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to read you an article.
Oh, God.
Well, not a whole article. I'm going to read you an excerpt that was published April 26th of 2010,
Oh
talking
my.
about the movie. Let's see. We had a hard time initially because my head led me down the route of saying somehow I have to integrate the game, explained Scott, the legendary Blade Runner and Alien filmmaker who is developing the Monopoly movie.
Whoa. Ridley
Ridley
Scott?
is behind the Monopoly movie.
Oh, whoa, that's
He
different.
says, do I have to show the game with people running around on a board with large houses and funny top hats and that sort of thing? But when Scott asked the client, Brian Goldner, CEO of Hasbro, the company that puts out the classic board game, he was told the company only wanted him to use the game as a jumping off point. They said, no, we just want a movie, Scott explained. And that makes it a lot easier.
Oh no.
We came up with a pretty good concept, and what I hope could be the final draft is coming in next month, added Scott, whose Robin Hood hits theaters May 14th. The film will be contemporary. I told Hasbro the most amusing thing about Monopoly is it can turn your benign aunt or your benign sweet little grandmother into a monster.
Oh,
and they
man.
just laughed and said, we know. A classic 80s comedy came to Scott's mind when thinking about the Monopoly movie. I always liked films like Trading Places with Eddie Murphy, he said.
Man.
I'm not saying it's like that, but it's somewhere around that route. It has to be a comedy. You know, if you hover above Central Park at night in a helicopter and you look down below, when you're right in the middle of the park, it looks like a Monopoly board. It's green, it's lit, it's got the most expensive real estate in the world around the edges, and that's where we start. As for the film's plot, Scott said it will largely revolve around a Donald Trump-esque character
Oh, no.
battling with other greedy wannabe real estate titan. It's about some horrible property scam guy, Scott explained. I'm not saying Donald Trump is horrible, he's quite amusing actually. It's about greed, he added. Greed becomes, hopefully, hysterically funny.
Oh god.
And that's the end of the excerpt.
Oh god, so this is sounding like a Wall Street comedy style. Great. That
Yep.
doesn't sound very funny at all.
And
with Ridley Scott, who's known for Alien and Prometheus.
Yep.
Thrillers. Behind a comedy.
And Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner too. Another action thriller.
You
Sheesh.
cannot forget about Blade Runner.
No. Anyway, I had heard rumors a while back that Risk was getting a board game or
I
movie.
heard that too.
That would have been made more sense than Battleship the way they did it, because Risk is already prime movie material. If you think about it, it's global war, all-out war across the globe. But that never made anything happen, sadly. Take off, sadly. I would. Tetris, though, how the hell are they gonna pull that off? That's what I'm waiting
really
for.
don't even want to think about Tetris. Thinking of putting Tetris in a film just kind of makes my head hurt.
No, I once made a joke that the entire movie is just gonna be it's like, hello, welcome to the Tetris movie. A whole bunch, everyone pulls out their iPhones for some reason. Now, please download the Tetris app to experience the movie completely. And it's like,
Only $9.99.
no, it's like free until the end of the movie. Then you have to pay $99, regardless. You delete it, and then everyone glosses over that point. And then it shows the studio, and then it just goes to black and plays the Tetris theme throughout the entire movie. There's no action whatsoever. It's just etc. Yeah, that would be your movie ticket. What it would be paying for.
Instead of getting a movie ticket, you just have to sing the theme to the person.
Yeah. No, you
let
show that you're a true fan of Tetris by wearing a shirt that only ran for 50 people. Yeah. Anyway,
Maroon asks, oh yeah, before I forgot, if anyone does not know on the stream, is there a remake of Shadowgate by the same people who made Shadowgate for NES?
I feel like there was, but I may be thinking of something else. I may be thinking of something else. Yeah.
Oops. Let's see. Shadowgate on Steam, I'm seeing. On Steam, it looks like there is a remake for Shadowgate.
That makes sense, because there was a big remake that was hyped up that actually looks cool of Gauntlet on Steam. And that actually looks pretty cool.
But let me see. Hold on just a second. I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so let's see. There is. It is $29.99 off of Steam
That's interesting.
for the special edition, or you can get the plain edition for $19.99.
That's better. I bet the special edition comes with the original.
Maybe, I don't know.
That would make sense, though.
On Steam, they have the side-by-side trailers of the original and the modern.
Yeah, that would make sense then if they included the original in the special edition.
Mm-hmm.
You
know what would be interesting?
Huh.
A visual graphic version of, what is it? Zerg? No, not Zerg.
Zerg. StarCraft. Anyway.
No. Why can't I remember what it is? It's an old text-based adventure game.
No, it's not Hitchhikers. That was licensed.
No.
That was an old one, too.
Hold on. Text-based.
Alright, I'm just looking over the outline, deciding what
Zork.
Zork, yes.
Yes. A graphic version of Zork.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. So, I want to take a moment to highlight one of Sega Dreamcast's, one of my favorite games off of it. One of the most well-known and yet underrated ones. And it's...
Are you saying that about the game or the console?
Both.
That's really
the most underrated game on a really underrated console. It's got a great soundtrack, and that should give it away right there. And that is Jet Set Radio, also known as Jet Grind Radio in Europe, for some odd reason. That really needs a remake.
One of my...
Future does not count!
No. I loved Radio Future, I'm not gonna lie. I really did.
I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't...
No, I think they released Jet Set Radio as a...
Wait, didn't they release it on PSN
download
and Xbox Live?
on Xbox Live, yeah.
Oh, I forgot all about that. I just didn't know if that had any extra stuff. If it was just remastered or not.
Let me see. I'll find out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's like they're remaking all the...
Yes, Final Fantasy X isn't that old though.
Oh, they're remaking Final Fantasy X?
They already did, or remastering. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Well, technically they did kind of remake it because they released the international version, which was previously Japan only, in the HD remake. Oh, it was? Hmm. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Final Mix with Kingdom Hearts then. That was Japan only.
They have Jet Set Radio on Xbox Live Arcade, Xbox 360 for $9.99.
Not PSN?
No. Oh, I just checked. I only
Xbox.
checked Xbox's website. Let me see if it's on PSN as well.
Because I saw it on PSN, so I'm just not sure. What else on the Dreamcast? I never understood Space Channel 5, to be honest. Yeah, I never understood that game. Yeah, I mean, what I've seen of it, I never understood. Yeah, I was like, okay. Next? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I wonder why. Shit. I'll touch on that topic because that would just extend this podcast by another hour or so. And that's the upcoming Dragon Ball game, Xenoverse, which I am extremely hyped for. It looks like going to be better than what was previously the best of all time, Budokai Tenkaichi 3. It looks amazing.
Tenkaichi 3 was something special, that's for certain.
Yeah, it looks like it's a fusion of that, Ultimate Tenkaichi's hero mode, Battle of Z's only good part, and only two good parts, the customizable outfits, which I really liked. That was kind of cool. And the team battles, which it seems have been actually executed a lot